Hey guys, it's just me and Elvira, my centipede. So, what am I doing live right now? I was actually going to go live and talk to everyone, not about so much centipedes, but I was going to talk about the light bulbs. So, as I'm doing a bit more research to light bulbs, it's going to be challenging. So I use a lot of light bulbs. So we're using light bulbs to provide visual light and also provide energy. So it's heat. So we create basking areas. So the light bulbs that we often use, like the Zoom Ed, 100 watt basking, 75 watt basking, and all that, we use those for monitors and whatnot. And it seems with the Department of Energy, by their guidelines, they have about a 900-page document regarding like what is going to be acceptable as energy efficient. And I won't be able to read like a lot. I can't answer a lot of comments. Hi, Valindris. But I just have to get this stuff out. So it appears light bulbs that are anywhere from a 2,500 to 7,000 Kelvin. So that's the color temp. So that's like the spectrum, the light that we're actually seeing, and that's pretty much reptile bulbs. 2,500 to 7,000 Kelvin is the target, and those have to, per watt, I think the projection is 40 lumens. 40 lumens per watt, which is pretty much like the majority of our basking lamps that we're using. And of course, if we used, in some cases, we can use like a T5 or power compact, and then we use infrared. So infrared heat emitters, those project a non-visual light, but they project energy, and that provides the heat. But a light bulb projects, like a halogen bulb projects heat, and it also, it gives us visual light. And let's see how cute she is. I had to give you guys something to stare at. Here, she's cleaning herself. I should get my light better. I'm sorry about. Look how cool. She's cleaning her antenna right now. Isn't that cool? I'm just in the moment watching her. I wonder if let me check something for a sec. Sorry, guys. I'm just... I know there's the lighting right now. I'm just doing this really quick. But, so I'm actually showing you Scolopendra. This is a mint leg. So she's just preening herself. Isn't that pretty cool? All right, so back to the light bulbs. Now, I've amused you and I've amused myself. So there's people thinking that we can do special packaging. So we just do packaging saying this is not intended for household use, and that will get us around it. I don't think that's going to be the way it is. And we also have a date. I think it's July 3rd, and July 3rd says no more purchase orders, no more manufacturing of these light bulbs, no more importation of these light bulbs. So if you think we can just go on Alibaba or order them from China and we're going to be able to just sneak them in through our government, that is not a long-term solution. You might be able to sneak some through as the law starts changing and starts gaining traction from July 3rd to the end of the year. But I think as it exists now, so like ZoomEd. So ZoomEd has a lot of light bulbs between the color temperature of 2500 to 7000 Kelvin. And they provide heat, like a white light, and they provide heat. And we're using that for bearded dragons, for uromastics, rhino iguanas, a lot of my monitors, all sorts of stuff. You know, green tree pythons, all that different stuff. And those lights are, by Department of Energy's standards, the 900-page document, from what I'm seeing, they don't meet the efficiency. They do not meet the efficiency that we that is passable by the Department of Energy. So we can package them and say these are not meant for home use, these are specialty. That ain't gonna, from what I'm seeing, that's not gonna cut it. So I guess what we're hoping is, because I'm kind of freaked out. Like, where am I going to source my light bulbs? And, Jesus, Flinders, you and your comments. This is venomous. Of course it's venomous. It's venomous. It's sweet, though. Look at her. So this is a mint leg centipede. She happens to be quite nice. She's doesn't have any interest in hurting me. She's actually going to sleep on my hand. You gotta, when you do this kind of stuff, I mean, I don't recommend a lot of people handle Scolopendra, especially if you're scared. If you're nervous, it's not gonna, you know, whatever. And when you pick them up, that's the most defensive time that this little guy is going to have. Once she's walking around on you and you're part of the environment and you're sweet to her and you're not pinching her. No pinching, no hemostats, no tweezers. It's just letting her be part of the environment. She is quite content to go to sleep, and she is doing just that. But I figured, you know, I could hold a snake or something like that. I could hold a centipede. And so we're going to play with a centipede. So as I am now, I'm hoping that ZoomEd, Exoterra, Flukers, Arcadia, who am I forgetting? It's Zilla. I hope you guys have a solution, because very soon, I think we're going to be in a place where the light bulb thing, like the stores, at some point, they're going to say you cannot sell these light bulbs that do not meet the criteria from the Department of Energy. From the 900-page document, if they do not meet the acceptable criteria, they can say it's illegal to sell. They could send you a cease and desist. It's certainly, I think it's legal to possess. I think it's legal to use. And I think, you know, big suppliers that already have them right now, they can go and sell. Thank you very much, Andy. They can sell their product, but we cannot replenish the stock, because pretty much the Department of Energy is pretty much saying this is the line. In theory, July 3rd could be the absolute cutoff day, and there's going to be probably a little bit of gray area. So I don't know what is going to happen. How am I going to get light bulbs, you know, next year? I don't really know. And for all you naysayers, I think I'm right. I really do. I think I'm right. And I did that other video, and there's people arguing with me. And I'm hoping that out there in the world of manufacturing, I hope one of these companies has some very, very clever people that can skirt this. So I will point out one thing. the color of the light. So if I took that light bulb and I put it through red glass, blue glass, green, whatever, that suddenly changes the whole thing. But the visual light, the way the Department of Energy has written it, the visual light is definitely a problem. So maybe somebody's going to paint a bunch of bulbs, different colors. I don't really know. And I don't really know, how that's not going to suffice. But somebody's going to have to be clever. One of these manufacturers, one of these companies, like, Zoom Ed. Are you guys going to do that? Zoom Ed, help us. Arcadia, help us. Oh, she's awake. It's amazing how clean centipedes are. She's spending a lot of time cleaning herself. Isn't that cool? Very, very clean. She definitely has a really good grip on me. Hi, sweetie. Not bad for a robot, huh? This one's name is Elvira. And she is kind of cool, huh? All right, guys. So I wanted to just basically unload this light bulb talk. I'll probably do a video probably tomorrow discussing it further. So right now, I don't know what the solution is. What is going to happen? But I would definitely say let's just start talking about this. But just to be completely unaware, and I just people are saying that I was wrong. I don't think that I'm wrong. I think we're going to have a light bulb problem for many of the animals until somebody is able to, I don't know, start manufacturing a bunch of basking lamps, which are flood lamps, maybe that are different colors or something to skirt that. But it's no longer just reptile specialty bulbs, plant growing specialty bulbs. If it does not meet the 40 lumens per watt, and if it's between the color spectrum of 2500 to 7000 Kelvin, says it right there in print, it sounds like there's going to be a problem. Because what the Department of Energy is trying to do is promote light, visual light that is energy efficient. Let's face it, like a basking lamp, if we put it in a bearded dragon cage for light, it's not, just visual light. It's not really great. But for energy, for basking and doing what we needed to do, that basking lamp is actually excellent. And it's a great way to do that. And if we were using projection, heat emitters, infrared energy, you have that energy projected down, but you also need to have visual light to attract. You have to have it to attract that lizard or anything. I mean, even frogs. Even frogs will bask, Phyllomedusa and all that. I keep looking at her. So I hope everybody's going to watch the debates tonight, because that's going to be interesting. One thing I want to hear about, UFOs or UAEs or Ps or whatever. To me, they're just UFOs. But I'm a big fan of, I believe in extraterrestrial life forms, and I believe in the Tic Tacs and all the different stuff. I think those things are hiding in the ocean, but I'm really fascinated by that stuff. All right, guys, what's my monitor's? Yep, monitor's basking on deep heat projection. Absolutely, but let's make sure that we do realize it's not just about what I want. I'm not just doing it because I'm worried for me. I'm worried for our hobby. We need to have a solution. We don't want to make it so people can't get bearded dragons and not effectively heat them and manage their husbandry proper, without it costing a fortune. Because you don't want to make it so it's so expensive. We want people in the hobby. We really do. She is moving. She's nice and warm now. What you don't want to do is to drop a scolopendra like this, because you can damage them just hitting the ground, and you break their basically their shell, their exterior skeleton. So you really, they are really fragile. And what I'm doing here, guys, this is passive handling. So what I'm just doing is allowing her to act like a centipede. Nothing too scary for her, nothing too abrupt. And her normal, when she's in the environment, where she lives in the wild, she doesn't go around and just start biting things because she's, just unfamiliar. She's very, she knows what she's doing. And I'm just kind of going around it. But, you want to make sure you're very consistent with your handling, very, very smooth. All right, guys, I'm going to do a video. I think I'll do a video talking about the light bulbs, but hopefully you guys found this kind of interesting. Whee! All right, guys, I'll sit for a couple more minutes. Let's see. Next venomous. No. All right, guys. So the snake bite stuff is literally, I just want to have reference. I want to make it so everybody has a reference. Hey, what happens if I let a hognose chew on me? What happens if I let a mangrove snake chew on me? What happens if I let a false water cobra chew on me? What can I expect? Because I was going out there and looking, I didn't find much reference. So I figured, well, if I go and do it myself, and I kind of have certain parameters that each one of the videos, I'm trying an objective. If I want to kind of do a very similar experiment, then I can then outline the similarities or the differences between these three different species. But these are all just mildly venomous animals. I don't want to be bitten by a scolopendra. I have no interest in being bitten by a scolopendra. It's paralysis and whatever else. But she's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to quite do this with a giganteus. I appreciate that, Chris. You get bit by a viper. What kind of viper? Yeah, Coyote Peterson, he can do all the bite videos. I'm not trying to do that. But it's amazing that there's certain people that just absolutely are missing my perspective and my point. One thing, New England Reptiles channel we want to do is, I want to, obviously I want to be entertaining, but I want to have interesting content. I also want to be educational and be like a positive for what we're doing. Hello from Vermont. And yeah, it's a crazy looking dog. So sometimes I just like to do reference videos that maybe it doesn't get all the, obviously it's not sensational initially, but over time it's going to get, the clicks. And I hope everybody's enjoying having Andy involved. Andy's been really been a really positive thing to the channel, because obviously I do my bubblegum stuff, but he adds a very interesting element to things. He's a wonderful guy. He knows how to keep things light and fun. And I really appreciate that. And I don't appreciate this fly. So Scolopendra, like the centipede, what they do, they'll grab onto you and then they would bite you. And they have a venomous bite. Yeah, we don't want that. So when she's hunting her food, she'll dispatch them by, grabbing them and biting them and envenomating them and chewing them. Why does always somebody have to say how it tastes good when fried? Does it really? Yeah, Andy's wonderful. What I don't want to let her do is fall, because, that'd be really irresponsible of me to handle her, because, 4 feet up in the air, that could really hurt her. It could kill her. And this might give somebody the heebie-jeebies, but it's all being realistic. Oh my God, there's monitors that love interactions. And obviously one of the best monitors for interactions is the Asian water monitor. They absolutely crave attention. And croc monitors can be really good. What are you doing? I could let her crawl on my face. We'll save that for Tara. Tara, you want a centipede on your face? Do I still work with venomous? I got tons of venomous. We actually filmed quite a long venomous video that Andy's mortified about editing. It's just so horrible. Yes, I have lots of venomous. Ring pythons. Yes, ring pythons are cool. Snake eaters. Boy, you try to breed those guys and they're like attacking each other. No, I'm done. I gotta put, hello, soft kiss. I'm gonna put this away. So I hope you guys are giving me thumbs up. I hope you guys are encouraging me for more content. So it's myself and Andy, and I really appreciate all the positive things. And believe it or not, your positive, comments and your subscriptions and my memberships and all the different stuff like that really promote us to give you more and more content. And so please keep it up, because the channel is growing, but it's a slow grow. Million subs seems a ways away. I'm glad you love my bubblegum videos. That's great, because there's plenty more of those coming. Sorry, this lighting is just, I wanted to run in here and give you guys a quick live. But remember, this is Elvira the Centipede. I figured just give you something that she was really cool earlier when she was preening her antenna, but I guess she's decided that she's all clean. Okay, guys, I got to go watch the debate. I want one of these presidents to start acknowledging that we have UFOs. Yes, I like aliens. I appreciate you guys, your interest. Please just, stick with me and keep watching our channel grow. And I think you guys are great. And hopefully a lot of the information that I'm giving you is useful, because I want to be, be your friend of the hobby. That's what it is. I am here to represent you guys, and I want you guys to learn some of my weird ways. So you guys are great. Thank you very much, and I'm gone. Bye, Elvira.